Shalom YouTube, Sister Kate here. I'm out in the orchard. This is an older orchard. This is High Prairie Acres. And these trees are about 10, 11 years old. They started out as those little single twig fruit trees that were for sale at like TSC and stuff like that. And I just want you to know, when you buy those little guys, you got to look at the trunks, because if you look at the trunks at some of these, they're split. There's two branches, and sometimes when they get older, one of them will get heavy and crack the tree. And we had that happen on one of our pear trees over there. So you want a guy who's straight up and down like this. He can have little things coming off the side, but he can't have like a whole nother limb almost equally as big sticking out like that, because that is going to come off and it'll break off, or it gets bigger and then it breaks off. So you can trim that off, but definitely buy them like this. So these are successful. These three behind me are Fuji dwarf apple trees. The bigger trees in the background are pears, which were a standard variety, and they didn't bear fruit till they were 7 years old. We thought we'd bought the flowering kind. We were so silly. Totally forgot how long it takes to bear fruit. These dwarfs bear fruit even in their first year and more each year after that. And so we're pruning them. They've been neglected. They were not pruned last year. And if you look at this tree, this side of the tree is not pruned. And when you prune, you're pruning off what are called water spouts, which are these little guys that point straight up. And you can also prune other things like Paul Gauchi does, but you really want to get the little ones sticking up because they steal energy from the tree and you get less fruit. If you cut all of them off, then the tree can put more energy into the fruit bearing, and they bear it very well. And these trees have done that. The year Pastor Joe trimmed them the first time, they bore a lot of fruit. The year after that, when nobody trimmed them, they bore much less, about half. So we're out there doing these things. And you can see the volume. If you look down at the base of the trees where we've dropped these little limbs down, that's how much pruning we've done. It's a big thing. And if you feel bad for the tree and you think, oh man, I don't know how much pruning they ought to be doing, it is a biblical principle too. The Father disciplines those He loves. And so do you want to be one of the children that He loves? Can you stand the discipline? Because what will happen is you will bear much more fruit also for having been pruned. So, hope you're doing something for the kingdom today. Shalom!